Hey guys, it's time to put up Christmas. And I'm doing it in a new project this year. All of this is my Christmas. All of this is in my Christmas from, I'm going to say 30, 35 years back. We have fall over here. We have different holidays here. And I have my vintage linens and lace here. So last weekend, I had the grandkids here with their little boyfriend and girlfriend. So what I did was have them clean out the attic. Now I've done a little bit. Kathy is helping me. So I'm not doing this all on my own. I couldn't. My ADD wouldn't let me. But we cleaned out this whole attic space. And Kathy is going to come in here and help me organize it. Now I just wanted to give you a kind of a sneak peek of the beginning. And I'll show you our process and progress as we go through it. She is a great organizer. So I'm excited. Kathy is a childhood friend and a current friend of Briar. They grew up together, best friends, the whole 9 yards. She is a doll. So she is going to help me get organized, and I'm so excited. So I'll just give you a little process as we go. I'll show you what we do. I'll show you our progress, how we're doing it. So let me show you out here. These are our empty tubs. Kathy has been sick, so I've been working. She's helped get 90% of it up until now, but I had to go through all the fall. This is my giveaway. Kids going to come and look and see if they want. And back there is the fall. That first line, part of the second line, is what I'm keeping to organize. And it has some of the things that I use in the house to decorate with. I did see a few trees there back in the back that I forgot. Then I have a few household things that I want to organize. These are some linens that are personal linens. And then that little area is the linen and lace and vintage papers. But, you see these 4 or 5 boxes right there? I found those, and I am really interested to see what they are. I can tell there's a photograph in one. There's some fabrics in others. Let's have an opening. I said I was just going to see if I could share it. Now, give me a minute and let me set this up. First box. Let's see what's in here. I know what this is without even looking at it. Briar was in GA's. And this is her little dress that she wore for GA's. Mama made it. Isn't it sweet? Look at those little shoulders. Oh, she'll probably want that. This is the slip that goes with it. It was so pretty and full, and she was first time in a long dress. She was so excited. Oh, this is the Briar box. Oh my goodness, look at her shoes. Now y'all, Briar was a preemie, and my great aunt, which would be her great aunt, made her booties that fit her foot, and those fit her foot. That's how little her little toes were. It was exactly that long, and she made her a set of booties, and she made her another set of booties that were fancier, and even though I kept them here, they got little bites in them, but these were her second set. That was her first set. And then, of course, as always, they grow into big feet. And these are some of her things that's in here, her shoes and some of her little, these are older booties that she made. These were just to keep her feet, and that's just for her to keep her little feet warm. She didn't move very much, so, I'll have to see what that is. Little sandals. Those are her little shoes. Okay, so I know what this is. These go to Briar, but probably, knowing Briar, she'll say, Mom, you keep them. So I'm just gonna stuff them in here for right now, and I'll fix it all up later. All right, box number 1. Oh, let's see what's in here. I don't have a clue. Let's see. Oh, these are her pictures. This was her high school picture. And these were, oh, that was Brandon's graduation and her high school. Brandon's box, I found his quite a while ago and I sent it home with him. And also Ben's. Those are just her senior pictures. It's hard to believe not too long from now her daughter will be doing senior pictures. So I'm going to fix that up to send home with her. So I bet this is dishes. It is. It's Mama's set of pink and white dishes, or blue, red and white, whichever one you want to call them, that she had. So I'll take those out to the barn and set them out so I can. This is a mixture of patterns. I've probably through the years gotten into them, so know what that is. Let's see what this next box is. It's fabrics, I know that. I think I know what it is. But first, I know what this is. Look at this baby. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. And also, it has brown eyes. Can you see that? I don't know if this was my mama's or if this was, it wasn't mine, but I'm not sure exactly whose baby this was. It's just always been around. I played with it. Mother wouldn't let me play with it too much, so I kind of suspect, I don't think it was hers because Mama was born in the 30s and it doesn't have a marking or anything. And she might have just found this somewhere else. But you gotta love that face. You got to. Makes you just want to pat it. These are quilt tops. I know that's what it is, that my mama and my grandmother did. There was a whole quilt they made of this, and I bet this is the leavings. I bet it's every bit of the leavings. This is an actual quilt top that they quilted, that they pieced, but never quilted. Let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. It's a bear, I don't know. That's not a bear claw. That's a basket. I forgot what the name of it is. This has got to be 70s fabric. I don't have a clue. I am going to take this to So Precious and see what she can tell me about it and what we can do with it. Got to do that. That'll be great. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's another one. It's purple. This one will be Briar's because Briar loves that purple. It's got to be cleaned. I know how to clean them. But it's a star. And this has got to be 40s. 40s, 50s. Because this is all, if I'm not mistaken, that's all flour sacks. Look at there. And it's, get my glasses on. Yeah, it's hand pieced. Some of it's got some sewing. Is that sewing? I bet it had rips in it. I bet you my grandmother and her mama and sister did this because it looks like it's been patched. Oh my goodness. I got to show these to Penny and see what Penny thinks. See what she thinks. I don't know what this is. Let's see what this is. Oh, look. This is a quilt that's not put together. Oh my goodness. It's just pieced pieces. Look at there. Oh my goodness. I wonder if they're all alike. No, they're not all alike. Oh, it must be like a sunflower because all the centers are yellow. Every center is yellow. Oh, and this one's put together. Would that not be cool to have a quilt with all of those in it? How neat. Yep, I've got to take these to Penny. I'm going to take all of these to Penny and see what she thinks should happen. I'm not going to lose any of these little pieces because somebody meticulously cut those out, and I guarantee you they're exactly the size they need to be. Now this is a different pattern. This one's a different pattern. look at that. Oh, it's squares. Well, a bunch of squares. Oh, look how neat. It almost looks like a tic-tac-toe board. Yep. We're going to make a trip. I don't know what that is. That's just a doily. I'm going to make sure I get all these little pieces and get them all in there. And I bet this is what she was going to make the binding out of. In it, that light blue. I remember when Mom and Grandmother in the wintertime, they would put up the quilting. It came down out of the ceiling and it would come down, and they would get the dining room chairs or kitchen chairs. Didn't have a dining room, it was kitchen chairs, and sit at the quilting. I don't know what they call that. Papa made it. It had 4 different pieces, and you could roll it up as you got it quilted. They would roll it up until it got to the very end, and then your quilt would be done. Quilting frame. That's what it was. I'm getting old, y'all. Old, old, old. This is another quilt piece. Ha! Who had the time? That is just amazing how many of these little squares are in this whole piece. This is later on. They must have had a lot of that blue fabric. Look at there. There may be enough in here for every one of the grandchildren that I can get them some. There's another one. Let's see what this one. Oh, I love the color of this binding. Yes. Well, we're going to make a trip to see Penny. This is going to be a fun thing. I just hope I don't have to do any of the quilting, because let me tell you, this old girl can't quilt. I sure can't. This one, I just love that. Briar's going to want this one because it's purple. Y'all know purple's her favorite color. Bryson's is blue, Brax's is yellow, and I like them all. I like all colors. I'm going to fold this better. I'll fold this better when I take it out. I'm gonna put Sweetie right there. Bless her heart, maybe she'll feel better. I'll just cover her up with this little rose now. Take your little nap. Take your little nap. Oh, let's see what else we can find. What's in here? I'm excited. This is like Christmas. Oh, I haven't seen these since I cleaned out Mama's house. My mama made these babies. Look at that. Look at that. Is she not the sweetest thing? Makes you want to cry. Mama bought the face and the hands, and then she made the little christening gowns that went with them. And it's brown-eyed because I have brown eyes. My brother has brown eyes. And Briar has hazel eyes. But isn't she sweet? Look at that. Darling. So that means the second baby she made. I wasn't as crazy about this one. This one I loved. Loved her little teeth. My mama had blue eyes. And she loved these babies. She made all their little dresses. Gotten spots. I'm going to have to clean all that. And then, oh, this is the Madame Alexander's that I had, but that had fallen apart. They need redoing. I've got to find somebody that can redo them. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? But anyway, that's what those are. And this is a Madame Alexander. These were Mama's dolls. Here's another baby she put together and made the little outfit in. And oh, look at that little face. Look at that little face. Well, I'm glad. I got a lot of work to do, hadn't I? I'm going to have to get the quilts seen about. I'm going to have to get these dolls seen about. And I will tell you a little trick that I learned in all of my others. When you store a doll, this one's eyes doesn't move, but if their eyes move, put them face down. If you do them face up, the eyes will get I want to say gooey, but what they do is they seal and they won't open and close anymore. So that's a trick that I learned. So that box has got to have some attention. This is, let's see what's in here. Oh my goodness, this one's heavy. Oh, it's picture books. Let's see what the picture books show. Oh, it's just some of my artsy pictures I used when I painted. I would take pictures when we'd go on our girl trip, and then I would paint them, is what a lot of these are. They're just different things that when we'd go on our girl trip, things that caught my eye, I would take pictures of, and I'd keep the brochures. There's all 5 of us. 1996. There's Ruth and Mary and Carol. No, Carol took this picture, so she's not in it. That's Ruth. But this one went to Natchez. That's a whole nother video. All of the girl trips. Well, I'll set those aside. Another girl trip. All of these must be girl trips. This is another one. There's Carol. You all know I told you we lost Carol last year. Sweet Carol and Ann. This is another girl trip. Oh, y'all want to see a young me? There's a young me. I mean, like a really young. There's Mary, me, Carol, and Ruth. Look at that. Oh gosh, we were babies. We were such babies. That's all 5 of us. That's Ann, Carol, Ruth, Mary, and me. We were all babies. Oh my goodness, I know what this is. I might cry, y'all. Do you know, I've told you all, especially if you've taken a class from me, I told you all that I used to do clothing out of vintage linens and lace that were damaged. That Mary and I had a business and we were called Attic Concoctions. Well, this is pictures of what we did. So finally, I'm gonna have to show this to May, because finally, if it's what I think it is, and yes it is, I can show you some of the things that we made. These were some of the places that we had. We had different shows. We'd have trunk shows, and these were some of the places that we did our trunk shows, all in here, and then there's some tucked into there. When Bob James was governor and he had his first function, she wore one of our jackets. These are our cards, Attic Concoctions, and these are some of our first clothing that we made. We did vests. This is some of our shows that we had. We did baby clothes. Oh my goodness. This was a Navajo blanket. It had a big old hole in the middle of it. I can remember just about each piece. These were all these vintage linens, were just one end of it was good, or the middle was cut out, or just the lace. These little baby dresses we made. This was a ring bearer and a little flower girl that we made. We made jewelry. Oh, and this is a red and white one. Oh my goodness. We made some Christmas ornaments too. These are more. This is Briar modeling one right there. These are more that we made. Oh, this is Briar and Junior Miss. Let's see. Is that all Junior Miss? Oh, there's a young me. Oh gosh, how young I was. Way young. I didn't know I had all these pictures. Oh my goodness. This is a group of my Junior Miss. I was a chairman for 30 years for Junior Miss. And we used to have, I emceed it all, and we had big functions for it. So it was fun. We had fun. we had fun. And these are more pictures of the clothes that we did. I hope you can see some of the details in them. If not, and just let me know down in the comments if you'd like for me to go slow and show you. I still have that jacket. Just let me know if you want me to go slow and show you some of the particulars. This is a newspaper article that was about us. This is made from kitchen. This was made from novelty tea towels, kitchen curtains, table and bridge cloths, napkins, and it has 30 to 40 buttons. And we had to write on the back when we would mail it out to somebody, we would write on the back of it what it was and send the picture. But if you'd like to see them more in depth, just in the comments, just let me know. And I'll sit down and try to organize this. I'm excited to find this. I thought it was lost, actually, because Mary and I were talking about it the other day. And I said, I wonder where all of those went. And she said, well, I don't have a clue. And I said I'd like to find them. They found some clothing in one of their estate sales that we had made. Oh, look at that one. Oh, so pretty. And they wanted to put them online and give a little history of them. So, giving them these. That's exciting. That was real exciting. Oh, these are Briar's blocks. These are all blocks. Another piece of linen. A little Cupid doll Mama got in Branson, Missouri at the Cupid Doll Museum. Mama loved dolls. I wasn't a doll girl, but Mama loved them. Oh, and this is a little, who is she? She is, oh, Lady Elizabeth. Briar's name is Briar Elizabeth. So she's Lady Elizabeth. And just another doll Mom made. Just some other things. But hey, the find of the day, in my opinion, is this. So excited about that. I'm going to put that to the side. Just let me know in the comments. I wouldn't want to bore you at all. Every one of these books, and I think I have like 15 others downstairs in my photo cabinet of girl trips, just so you'll know. Well, that was exciting. That was like opening Christmas. This is our progress so far. You remember all of that Christmas we had laid out there? Well, we have organized it so I can, quote, go shopping. I wanted it to be so I could pull. I'm getting a little older, carrying all these tubs up and down the stairs. Frankly, it's getting a little much for me. So I wanted it so I could go in and pull what I want. Now, I won't use my village every year, but I can get to it to get to the different houses that I want. And same thing with some of the books. We put those things kind of back in the back. Now these trees come down. I'm probably going to change this tree out this year. Probably going to put it up for sale. I've got 2 or 3 others there. It's not quite Christmas time, so I'm not worried about that. But I kind of pull all these out. Oh, and this one, it's got to have something done. And then I can get back there and shop. And then over here are the smaller things. Let's see if the lighting. Here are the smaller things that I can go in. I've got trees in one place. I've got reindeer and stars in one place. I have trees in 3 or 4 places. I did not know I had this many trees. Oh my goodness. Garlands, angels. I did not know I had this many sleighs either. And then these are just empty boxes. I have projects I want to do with those closer to Christmas time. I want to make those. I'll share that with you closer to Christmas time. And then this over here is just decorations and things that I know that I might or might not use. I've got my little games up here for the kids. Now this is fall. I don't have my shelves up for fall yet. I do have them out there, but I wanted to get some more containers because this is going to be more container things. Same thing with Easter. I'm fixing to get all the Easter and spring stuff out. So when I put it back, I've got some shelving. I'm going to put it back in there. And this is all the linens and lace and all the vintage papers. I'm glad to get them all in one place. Glad to have them so I can do some projects with you all. When May has hers, I've got it all ready so we can do that. I have baskets galore. But I just wanted to finish this up. This was an ongoing project that needed to be done. Y'all saw how it looked in the front. So I'm excited that this adventure is over. I'm excited it's at a place where when I come up here, I can at least find what I need. And I can at least enjoy the fact that it's not such a jumbled mess. So I had a great time doing it. I found some great things. I'm going to try to take the old quilt tops that I found. I'm going to take those and see if we can have it at the sewing shop. And then I've got a couple of other things that I found I want us to do. So we've got a few adventures still in this attic. But till our next adventure,